Hi,
So,
it's Weekly Metal Reviews.
yep.
Yep, this time it's Tyler, Zach, and Sam. We're talking about Warped Tour 2012.
Camden, New Jersey, at the Susquehanna Bank Center. So we got there, I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah, because that's when the tickets said, but the tickets live. And the first band that we saw was Every Time I Die from Buffalo, New York. I know that because they keep saying it over and over again. I've never seen this band before. I don't think any of us have. And I've listened to a little bit of their stuff, but so I didn't really know many of their songs. But
In the sense of like Norma Jean, Straight from the Path, The Chariot, kind of like that kind of music.
yeah, I never listened to it. But they actually really got people moving, which was surprising to me in that amphitheater type thing. If you've ever been to the Susquehanna Bank Center, I thought they were good. They had a lot of energy for playing as early as they did. They just kind of like started the day off pretty well. They were loud. They just kept jumping around, running around, screaming, flying, throwing shit, swinging arms. It was nice. I like them. I think it'd be a hell of a show to see them in a smaller venue. I think people would die, but I enjoyed them. You guys do.
And pretty much what Tyler said is pretty much what I would have to say. They all are jumping up on the speakers and whatnot. Yeah, we talked to the guitar player afterwards. He had a cool mustache, and he was cool.
I thought they were good. They were really aggressive, I guess, to start off everything. They're really aggressive, though. That's the thing about them. I thought, like, while they were playing, they would do something really aggressive, then they go into a breakdown, then aggressive, and another breakdown, and they had quite a few breakdowns, I guess, but there's nothing wrong with that. I thought the breakdowns, actually, were when people would start moving, whatever. Then we play aggressive parts, and people just kind of watch, and then they go to breakdown, and people start moving and stuff like that. It seemed to be a thing that happened.
Some of their slow breakdowns were like really punishing, I thought. But the next band we saw was Venom. We saw them at what was it?
Asking Alexandria,
Reckless Fest. Yeah. I thought they were a hell of a lot better this time. You guys want to go?
I kind of agree with Tyler. They were a lot better. It was more up close because at Reckless Fest, it was just like we saw them from a distance, was a lot more of a distance than we did this time, which can give you a different concert experience if you're a frequent concert goer. But anyway, they were just really good. They played a more condensed set list of like songs that I would know and songs that I like actually enjoy, so I like that. Not saying that all their songs are bad or something, it's just the ones that I knew they played. I thought, even though they were pretty quiet, I still thought their sound was good. I thought they had great stage presence. They were, like both times I've seen them, they've had good stage presence. At the end, the bassist like jumped out to the crowd, and he got in a mosh pit and just like ran around and like slapping his bass. But I thought they were pretty good. I enjoyed them.
I thought they were good. I don't think they could ever be a band that's really bad. If you don't like them, I guess they can be disappointing, but I don't think they're a band that goes out and ever has a bad show. They can do average to better. Like, I'll get to it later, but like there's another band, but I just don't think they're a band that ever goes out and really disappoints. I mean, I think they're always at a certain level of pleasure, you could say, I guess.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Me?
No.
Yeah.
It was really cool when they were playing because they had this high energy, very commanding stage presence and stuff.
Started raining.
Then it started raining, and it was
started
cool,
raining.
and it just that really added to their show, which I thought was very cool. They really just, when they're up there, they really seem like they're very passionate about what they do, and that they really enjoy doing what they do, and I respect them for that.
They're a true band.
They really put on a good show, and one thing I just thought was why I think they were better this time is, it's just my opinion, but I thought at Reckless Fest their sound was terrible, but this time they had a very good sound. I liked it. Yeah, that was bad.
Who did you see next?
Well, they all kind of saw different things, didn't they?
After that,
They kind of like all split up.
yeah.
And then I think for the most part, you saw Twin Atlantic. I saw Ghost Inside. We basically saw Twin Atlantic, Ghost Inside. Like a little, very tiny bit of For Today, and then whatever that band you saw was.
Rise to Remain.
Yeah, so we can talk about all those.
Go through Twin Atlantic.
Well, it's kind of a weird story. I was waiting around I'll make this quick, because it's kind of dumb. But I went to meet a band that I like, Chunk, No Captain Chunk, because they were doing a signing at 2. And Twin Atlantic started at 2:10, and the stage is right near there, so I figured might as well catch the signing and go over there. So I go to their tent. The lady there says, alright, you go straight down there to the left. I go straight down there to the left, and I don't see anyone in sight. And it's like 2:05 or something. I don't see anyone in sight. I kind of see this little line forming. There's a huge line for Falling in Reverse. There's a little line forming, and I figure that might be them. So I go and wait there. Not them. I wait in the line for a while, and it turns out not to be the band that I wanted, which is kind of dumb. I don't know. It was at Fearless Records tent, so I figured it might have been Chunk. But then I was kind of mad. I missed a little bit of Twin Atlantic, so I went over to catch the rest of them. And I guess if you just like I guess you could say common sort of indie rock band, then you really probably would have appreciated them. I thought I'd just give them a listen, and I thought they were cool. They played a few good songs that I really liked. Some people were kind of standing around making fun of how the singer was singing, I guess. I mean, everyone has their own style, which I thought was kind of stupid, but I thought the band sounded great, and I really enjoyed them.
Then the other ones, I guess you can talk about Rise to Remain or something.
Yeah, Rise to Remain was pretty cool. They're English from London, and they're just kind of like a metalcore band. Their guitarist is amazing. I caught about 3 songs, and I was just floored by their solo work. But they had some catchy songs. I ended up picking up their album, so I had to give that a couple listens. Yeah. The 3 songs that I saw, I really enjoyed. Nothing Left, and I forget the other 2. They were good.
Yeah, me and Sam were standing in line to meet Chelsea Grin, which was stupid, by the way. That was like, if you're going to this tour, just for future reference, and you want to meet Chelsea Grin, don't expect to meet them. If you want something signed, you should wait in line, but that's about it. They'll just say, hey, what do you want signed? Give it to the band, and you really don't even really interact with the band at all. They just sign it and give it to you, which was stupid. But I caught Rise to Remain. The guitar player, like Tyler was saying, had like some badass solo. It was like probably 40 seconds long, and I didn't even know when it was gonna end. He just kept going and going. But that really impressed me. But then we all stood around like for a little bit for For Today. They opened up with Seraphim and then played some new song or something like that. But we've seen For Today a lot. I think me and Tyler had,
I've seen them once or twice, I think.
yeah, me and Tyler seen them like, what, 3 or 4 times? Yeah, so, and they're not like our favorite band ever, so it's just kind of like, okay, they're there. Let's go find something else to do. But, yeah, cool, For Today.
Yeah. Then we all went and saw After the Burial. I thought they put on an amazing show. They were tight. They always are. But they were really quiet. I just thought it was strange because they were mic'd. It just sounded like they weren't mic'd, like they were just playing through their amps and they weren't playing through their amps in the PA or anything. And I just thought that was weird, but they put on a very good show. They always do. Fifth time I've seen them. I mean, you guys have seen
4 or
them
5.
too, but they put on a great show. Probably my favorite there, besides them just being really quiet. But yeah.
Yeah, like Tyler was saying, I think they just like mic'd it to where it was set up like an actual concert, but like not too loud. It was weird because last year we went, like all the bands, like there were some pretty loud bands there. This year it was just kind of quiet. I don't know why, but I think they just mic'd it so like you could hear a guitar on the left side of the stage, and, like still have it set up like a normal concert. Have the guitars blended, the bass come through the monitors and whatnot. All that kind of stuff, but like Tyler said, they're always a great band to see live. I'm sure we reviewed a live show or probably multiple times, so yeah, they're a really good band to see. If you haven't seen them, you really need to check them out.
I think besides the sound issue, really, I thought the bass was loud, the drums, I could hear them really defined, but the guitars and the vocals really seemed to be low, and besides that, I think they sounded just spot on like they always do. Anthony's such a great vocalist, and they always have these amazing pits going on. They just sound as good as ever, besides the sound issue, I guess.
I thought it was that one part where it's like, you know that one guitar riff, it's just a guitar playing, it's like da-da-da, or whatever. I thought it was funny how the whole entire crowd was just like saying that part, like da-da-da, and I probably sound retarded, but you probably don't even know what I was talking about, so. Then I think it was the Ghost Inside, right?
I wrestled there.
I wrestled there once, and then, you can start with them.
Yeah. They were another quiet band, but they put on a good show. Many of you might have heard that follows this band. Chris isn't in the band anymore. They got some other chick, Courtney or something.
She's still in the band. It's just they got a replacement for this tour.
Chris is out of the band.
Really?
Yeah. But what was I gonna say? The new chick's pretty good though. I mean, I thought she did a good replacement job. Screams were, I thought, very good. She makes some strange faces, but they put on a good show. Besides being quiet, I mean, they're an energetic band to see live. They're very entertaining to watch, and their bassist is funny. Yeah, something about lava. It's a lava game.
And you jump up and down and get with the beat from the song.
Yeah, they're pretty hot. I enjoyed them.
Yeah, like Tyler said, they're quiet. I thought the vocalist, I thought her, as some parts her cleans were like really uneven with her screams. They're like, you couldn't even hear her in some parts. I'm guessing that was like sort of like the mix in the sound, but I just thought for the most part her screams were really uneven with her cleans. Like you would hear her scream like overpower the band, and you would hear her cleans, and you just hear the guitars or drums. You wouldn't hear her at all. I thought their set was pretty good. There were like a few songs I wish they would have played, but yeah, the singer did a pretty good job. Like the screams, at least, I thought they're just as good as Krista's would be. So yeah.
I'm sad because officially now I'll never get to see this band with Krista Cameron, which makes me really sad.
That sucks. You never got to sing with them.
No.
Because when we saw them at All Stars, just she wasn't there for some reason.
Yeah, she was sick. I'm sad. Hopefully she'll come sing to me at my house. Yeah, I think the substitute was good, but I mean, the whole time I can't get over how just entertaining Stephen Bradley is. Like, even if he's not playing anything really intricate or whatever, like he's always like all over the place. His fingers are like up here, then down there, and then they're in your vagina and everything, and then they're out playing more shit. And like he's just so entertaining. Even when he's just playing a normal breakdown, he's always making these faces and like headbanging in these weird ways. I took a video of the band, and I only had the camera on him the whole time, just because he's so entertaining. I love watching that guitarist, Stephen Bradley, more than just about anyone, I think. But I thought they were great. I thought they put on an excellent performance, and they had these bass drops that were really sick, and it added to like the breakdown parts, I guess.
And then there was a ghost inside. Okay.
You go. You started.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. There's Chunk No Captain Chunk. Yeah. So you can start.
They open with the first song they open with is Captain Blood, and the last time I saw this band, I didn't really know of them at all or anything. I listened to them a little bit before. I'm like, I didn't really like this band. And the last time I saw them, I really got into them, bought their album. This show, I know all the songs by this band. I know every word to every song. I extremely adore this band, and they are one of the catchiest bands. Love them or not, they're extremely catchy. But they open with the song Captain Blood, which is really cool. They played a couple of their cool songs, In Friends We Trust, Born for Adversity, I think. They played a new song, which is really cool. They said they didn't have a name for it yet, but it was really cool. I really liked it. It was really catchy, and it had like, it's just a very nice flow to it. It's very like kind of relaxing sort of. But they didn't play Sink or Swim, which I was looking forward to hearing that one. They did play Make Them Believe. Oh, that song was cool. Man, Bert, he can do these like fucking low screams that are just unbelievable for anyone in an easycore band. He is, God, that French motherfucker. He is just insane. But I think they played a great set. I enjoyed them thoroughly.
Yeah, they opened up with Captain Blood, which is my favorite song by them. I liked what this band stands for. I think they're pretty cool. One thing I thought was retarded is the rhythm guitarist did like backing vocals. Each time he would do backing vocals, he'd like completely bend his head at like a 90-degree angle and go completely under the microphone to do a low, and bend his head up high. And I didn't get it, but other than that, I thought it was a really good performance. They brought the retard up and he like added some Down syndrome to the set, which really
They brought the retard up.
They brought some retard with a
Is he really
spider.
mentally ill?
I don't know. Could have passed for it. I'll
There's
give
some
him
really
that.
weird guy in a Spider-Man jersey, and he was just like, that the whole time. It's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, but
He looked retarded. No offense to anyone, but he's really not retarded, but just a slow, dumb human being. He's probably. I'll stop before I say something.
what was your? Then it was The Ghost Inside. I'll be right back.
There's not much to say about this band. We stuck around for the one song, and then they played Chrono. And then we went to the other stage to watch another band, but me and Tyler, we've all seen this band 3 times, I think, so.
Yeah. The next band we saw was Born of Osiris.
Yeah. So we're probably getting kind of long now.
But to sum up Born of Osiris, they were good, but you can kind of tell that because Jason Richardson isn't in the band, that there's kind of like a void in their talent, in a way. Not that this band is not talented. This is a very, 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 very talented band, but they played a lot of old songs, and when they did the leads and solos from the Discovery, it's just, some of them were just kind of sloppy, I thought, like we were talking about earlier. Especially at the solo at the end of Follow the Signs. They got an Asian now, which cracks me up, because Michael left Chelsea Grin, and he's an Asian, and Jason Richardson went to Chelsea Grin, and then they got an Asian in Born of Osiris, and then the drummer of Chelsea Grin left, and they got an Asian drummer. What's up with the Asians? Yeah.
Asian domination.
Yeah, kind of like Tyler was saying, there's like, I think I just felt like I didn't. It's not that I didn't enjoy them. There was just something missing. They still put on a good show though. Like if you're going to Warped Tour and you're excited to see these guys, you've seen them before, really enjoyed yourself, you're not gonna get let down. It's just kind of like, where's Jason at? This is different.
Yeah.
There's
Especially
some-
when you've seen him with Jason before.
Yeah.
You know, like they were kind of.
You
like
saw him
flawless.
twice with Jason. Yeah.
Yeah, they were kind of flawless. And it was.
To me, like we were saying, follow the signs guitar solo. If you're like, I hate when people say professional musicians, but like, if you're a touring musician, you play in a band with a name such as high up as like Born of Osiris, and you're on a record label such as Sumerian, you should have your shit down. And even if it's a guitar solo that was written above your talent and what you can do, you should still. That's your band. You should be able to pull that off live for people to enjoy it. And I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. Like if you were just like headbanging and moshing, you wouldn't notice at all. But like if you like me and Tyler play guitar, I know Sam pays attention to some of this stuff. And like if you're just really like focusing on a guitar solo or something, you can just see easily like he'll miss a note, he'll miss like a bend or something like that, or just like he'll screw up some lick or fuck up a sweep or something like that. But I guess you can't replace Jason Richardson. But anyway, yeah, I enjoyed them. I had fun. I thought they played a good, even though they didn't play. They only played 2 off the Discovery, right? 3. They usually, like every time we saw them, they played like 4, right?
Yeah, they played a lot.
Yeah, so it was kind of different, but I still really enjoyed it. I had fun.
I've been trying to get in this band recently because I was going to see them probably at Warped Tour if it came to that, which it did. But I guess I could say I like the song "Follow the Sign" a little bit. That was the first song I saw them play, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. They were saying at the solo towards the end, I don't know, it just didn't sound right. It sounded like they lost their confidence kind of without Jason there, and they're kind of shaky a little bit. But even before when I wasn't really into this band, they impressed me more so than they did this time. I thought they were good, but they weren't horrible. But they've had better days.
It's like when they had Jason, they had like a 14-inch dick, and now that they don't, they have like a 5.5-inch dick. So
I just feel like they've kind of lost some confidence in themselves. So that was Chelsea Grin.
Yeah, Chelsea Grin is the last band that we saw pretty much. I will say they put on a good show. They always do. They're always heavy, and they played Lilith and the clean vocals that Alex attempted to do in that. I'm sorry, and it pains me to say, but they were fucking atrocious. They were nowhere near on key. It was very painful to listen to those clean vocals. I'm not gonna lie, but other than that, they put on a really good show. They always do. They had a lot of energy to them. Lilith was the only new song they played. They played, the usual Chelsea Grin songs, Sonnet of the Wretched, Recreant, My Damnation, the Foolish One. The new drummer's pretty cool. He has some cool screams. I thought he did a decent job on drums too. I like the old drummer better, but he did a pretty good job. But
yeah, I thought Chelsea Grin was just a great way to end the day. It's just a great band that delivered, made me happy, gave me a great show to watch and listen to. To add on to what Tyler said about the new members and new material and whatnot, the vocals for Lilith, the first off, they had like a vocal backing track. They had like a clean vocals thing in the background. Like if you watch a YouTube video of them playing it live and it's closer to the stage, you can probably hear it. I couldn't hear it. I heard it, but I couldn't hear it that well from where I was standing. But it's kind of stupid because like he doesn't exactly like do the clean singing as it is on the EP, which I thought was kind of dumb. And then like Tyler said, it's just off key and not right at all. But I thought the drummer he has some cool screams, and I think it's cool that the drummer does backup vocals, and maybe that's something. And from what I heard, he has a different, like a very different screen than what Alex does. Alex is just like very like guttural lows or just obviously high as flop highs. And the drummer, that like from what I noticed, he has a more of like a mid-range low kind of thing going on, which I think would be cool if they could kind of do something with that for maybe new material or something. But yeah, other than that, they delivered well. I was very happy. Like I said, great way to end the day. They had a good set too, I think. Very, very aggressive moshing. I like that. There was 2 fights, which was the total for the most fight per band day tally.
First of all, I have to say about Chelsea Grin, they were really loud. And they opened up with the human condition.
Yeah.
Yes. They were loud, and so loud that I tried to take a video with my camera, and like the sound was all distorted and screwed up, and they were like just loud. And they were certainly amazing. I have to say this about Jason. With their classics, you can tell the way they would play them before is studio-wise, like studio, that style. But you can tell with Jason in the band now, like a couple of different little things. He puts his touches and spins on the classics and gives it a little bit of flair. Sometimes you hear that, right? Just something a little extra just to add to it or something. Nothing so much that he changes the music, but just a little something like a little transition that's really, really, I guess you could say different, but it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. But Jason added some new stuff. Lilith was good. I thought it was good. The thing Alex did, don't get me wrong, he is my favorite vocalist, but he disappointed me a little bit, just a little bit, because like they said about the cleans and Lilith, but almost every other song he would just kind of off-key, sort of a little bit, sing some lines. Some of them weren't bad, I guess, when he kind of sang, but those were like their older songs where he didn't do any cleans, but he would kind of sing those, and I don't know, sometimes he was off key. I just think he needs practice. Like I could tell whenever he would do like something really off key, he would just kind of like make that face like, oh man, I suck. But I mean, I hope he works on that. I mean, I don't know what to tell. I don't even know what to tell. I mean, he should practice that shit. In all honesty, practice that shit before you go on a tour as big as Warped Tour. Try your off-key cleans. No offense to him. I mean, I still love the guy. I don't fornicate with him, but I don't know. That disappointed me. And I think the whole band was pretty good though. I really miss Andrew. Andrew is probably one of my favorite drummers.
He's a really underrated drummer.
He's amazing. I love everything that Andrew has ever done, and I'm going to miss him so much. I hope he's done being a father soon and comes back to the band, because I miss him. Jason was cool. I think it's pretty cool. I was taking some mental notes on him, was watching him a lot, getting some pictures for him because someone wanted me to, all kinds of stuff. But I thought they were good.
Title Fight didn't play, which really pissed me off.
Rise Against didn't play, which pissed me off.
And it's
The
basically...
camera wasn't there. That pissed me off.
Any last thoughts?
This show is just kind of like a bunch of bands we've seen before, just seeing them again for us.
But it was fun.
It was really fun.
You should go to Band's Warped Tour anytime because it's fun. It's always an experience.
In my opinion, last year's was cooler, but this year was really fun too.
And it wasn't hot.
Yeah. It's very cool. 70 degrees. Yeah. That wraps it up, I think.
Last thoughts from you?
I'm not that fond of Arby's roast beef and cheese sandwiches.
There we go.
Give us more free shit next year, too.